Alright y'all, so this video was not supposed to be a live stream. It was supposed to be a recorded video, but I'm having trouble recording. So I decided I'm just going to go ahead and live stream this. And the reason I'm making this live stream is because I want to address some questions that I get all the time concerning using an exchange. I'm talking about actually pushing the buttons, how to set up your trades, how to limit in and out of scalp trades so that you're not getting eaten up by fees, how to stop chasing the price. What I want to cover today is entering trades, exiting trades, why it's so important to limit order, when and how to limit order, how to avoid chasing the price. What I mean by that is some people, they know it's good to limit order, so when they see price starting to pump, they set a limit order here, it never gets filled. They set one here, it never gets filled. They set one here, it never gets filled. Finally, they get filled up here and price starts to come down right away and they miss a big portion of the move. And I'm going to talk about how to avoid that. I'm going to be walking you through actually trades that I've taken recently, and I'm going to walk you through how I entered them, how I exited them. We're going to be talking about taking partial profits, setting stop losses, and we're going to cover this from a swing trading perspective. We're also going to cover this from a scalping perspective. And we're going to talk about when it's necessary to actually market into a trade. Okay, so I think this is going to be a good video. What's going on, y'all? Make sure to like the stream and all that stuff. Yeah, I know it's late on a Sunday night, so we might not have too many people up in here. Let me go ahead and just share this in the Discord. See if we can get some more people up in here. We'll see. We will see. I mean, as usual, guys, if we can get this stream up to 750 likes, then for sure, I'll give away some Bitcoin. I don't think that I will. The thumbnail's not even right. I don't think we're going to get that many likes, guys, simply because, this is not a very clickbaity title, and this is more of just an informative video. So, all right, so let's get into this right now. So there are instances where you will have to market into a trade. For example, I had to market in and I actually marketed out of this scalp that I took earlier today. I had to do it simply because, well, we'll get into that. We'll get into that later in the video. But I'm going to go through this scalp. I had to market in and market out. This Ethereum scalp that I'm currently in, I was able to limit in and limit out. This trade, how I had to limit in and limit out. And then this here, this is a swing trade, talking about how to limit in and limit out. So all different types of situations here we're going to go through. Okay, so we're going to start talking about setting up your swing trades. Okay, how we're going to set up a swing trade, how we're going to enter, how we're going to take partial profits, how we're going to look for our confirmations, set our limit orders, set our stop losses, and all that stuff. Okay, the first thing that you need to do when you are entering a trade, before you even come to the exchange. I got my demo Bybit account pulled up here. I barely have any money in here. I have $53. Okay, this is my demo account. So I'm going to be entering irresponsible positions here. So just know this is not really my trading account here. So I'm going to be entering lots of irresponsible market longs and shorts just to show examples. So I'm also going to be answering some questions at the end of this. Let's talk about setting up our swing trades. The first thing that we need to do when we are setting up our swing trades is we need to plan out our levels in advance. And I know I talk about this all the time, guys, but it's so important. And the reason why it's so important is because if we don't know where we want to take a trade from, then essentially we are just gambling. We need to have a level and we need to have confirmations. So this is the trade I'm showing as an example here. This Bitcoin swing trade that I'm in, my overall entry is 40.5K. The reason my entry is 40.5K is because I actually had to enter twice. Now I'm going to talk about that now. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to plan out our level. And by the way, guys, if you don't have a Bybit account or you need another Bybit account and you want to help out the channel, you can use my affiliate link for Bybit. You can also use my affiliate link for PHEMEX if you want. This video will cover basically how to do this on an exchange, period. Okay, every exchange is a little bit different. I'm going to be using Bybit. If you do use my affiliate link, you get the same old stuff that everyone gives you. Carl from the Moon gives you it. Crypto gives it to you. Everyone gives you the same old $1,600 if you deposit a certain amount of Bitcoin. If you want to help out my channel by using my affiliate link, it's in the description of the video. Also PHEMEX. Okay, plan out your levels. This was my plan right here, okay, for the swing trade. What you're going to do is you are first going to plan out where you want to take a trade. In this case, I had a value area high, I had a naked weekly point of control, I had a 618, I had a 0.65, and I had a potential wick right here where the chickens could drink. And so I knew that if we were getting bullish divergences on the 4-hour time frame and down, that I wanted to enter a trade right here. Okay, so what you are going to do after you plan your level is you are going to set your alerts. Okay, you are going to set your alerts. The way you are going to set your alerts is, if I could find my my chart here, hang on. The way you are going to set your alerts is this. I'm going to come to the actual chart here, and I'm going to come down to the area where I took the long trade. Okay, now what you are going to do is, we know that this white box is the area that we want to long from. So you are going to put a horizontal line before price comes down to your level. Let's say right here. You're going to go ahead and right click that and make it once per bar and set your alert that says Bitcoin is coming to long level. Okay. Now this is for swing trading. Okay. I'm going over swing trades. Once price comes to this level and it sets off the alert, what you are going to do now is look for your confirmations on the chart. If you see they are forming, okay, forming. What do I mean by forming? What I mean by that is you can see them forming. As price is coming to your level, we can see price is getting lower over time, right? Price is not even at our level yet. Price is down here. And we could see on the 4-hour time frame even now that even as price is coming lower, we can see the momentum on the 4-hour time frame starting to come up. Then we can go down to maybe the 1-hour time frame. And on the 1-hour time frame, we can very clearly see as price is coming down to our level that the divergences are forming, our confirmations are forming. By the way, Market Cipher is the best indicator you could possibly use in TradingView. I use it for every single trade I enter. The more I learn about technical analysis and different tools and things we have at our disposal, the more I appreciate Market Cipher. It is a really good indicator. You can get a 25% discount in the description of this video. But when you see the confirmations are forming, now what you can actually do is you can go ahead and set some limit orders in the area that you want to long. And I usually like to, if it's a big area like this, I will set, you know, maybe 3 to 5 limit orders. Okay, 3 to 5 limit orders. And the way you're going to do that is you're going to come over to Bybit and you are going to, let's say we're trading, I'm going to show you USD and USDT. Okay, it's going to be a thorough tutorial here. If we're trading USD here, hang on, what the heck? I guess I have active orders here. If we are trading USD, then what we're going to do is we are going to, let's just say for example's sake, that we have a box right down here, right? This is the area we want to long. This blue line right here is the area. Hang on, I have to close out these other orders that I put here when I was trying to make the video that wouldn't record. So that's why I'm live streaming this. Let me delete these blue lines. Again, price is coming down to our area where we want to take a long. And when price does come to this blue line, we get an alert. Alert! We get the alert. We see Market Cipher B that as price is getting lower, momentum is coming higher. Then we're going to set some limit orders in this box, okay? And I'm going to just make 4 little lines here. And we are going to come over here and go to limit order. And the first price is 53,571. So 53571. And let's say that, okay, so I have about $14,000 available in this account. So let's say I want to put 10,000 on the trade. What I will do is I will put 2,500 on each limit order. Make sure to click post only to ensure that you do not pay a fee. This is very important. And also buy with a take profit and a stop loss. I always put 50% stop loss on here. You can make it whatever you want. Ideally, we want the stop loss to be below the box. So let's put our stop loss at 51,500. 51,500. And then go ahead and buy long. And what this does is now we have a limit order set right here for when price comes down, that limit order will get filled. We'll do it for the second one as well. This price here is 53,171. 53,171. 2,500 contracts, post only, buy with the stop loss. The stop loss is 51. What do we do? 51,500, I think we did. Go ahead and buy long, and we're going to do this for all the areas in our box. The next one's 53,171, and then 52,717. 52,717. Go ahead and buy long. Make sure to put your stop loss if you want, and then down here at 52,209. 52,209. We're going to go ahead and buy long, post only, guys. Okay, so now what's going to happen when price comes down, it's going to fill our limit orders. Now what if price doesn't come down and fill our limit orders? We're going to talk about that. I'll talk about it right now. So let's say price only comes down and fills 2 out of 4 limit orders. Similar to what happened here, price came down and filled 2 out of 4 of my limit orders. We have two options. Option number one is we can market in the last 50% of our position. When we see prices clearly getting a reaction off our level, we can market in here. Or what we can do is we can wait for a retracement, and if we're getting a retracement and we still see the continued momentum, like for example, as we're getting the retracement here, we can see that we are getting money flow is coming up, momentum is coming up. We can say, okay, we're putting in a higher low here. Let me set some limit orders here as I see that we're forming a bottom on Market Cipher B, right? As I see that we're forming a bottom, let me set some limit orders here that can get filled in here. Those are basically our two options. If we're swing trading, right? If we're swing trading, we want to set our limits here to hopefully fill our full position based on cut it into fours. And if they don't all get filled, option number one is we can market order in right here. Option number two, and my preferred option, is to wait then for a retracement where then we can limit in again. And that's why if we take a look at the trade that I'm in, my entry is not from my original 39.7 entry where my first limit orders were filled. My overall entry is about 40.5, and that's because I did limit in later on when we got the retracement here. Okay? That is what I prefer to do. Now, once we are in the position, okay, we've planned our levels, we set our alerts, we checked for our confirmations, we set our limit orders, okay, we set our stop losses. Now we're going to set our take profits, and this is how we're going to take partial profits out of a trade. Some people don't even know how to take partial profits, and I get questions every day on how to take partial profits. I'm going to show you on USD and USDT pair. But first, guys, if you don't know how to do technical analysis and you want to learn, check out the course at jasoncaspertrading.com. This course will give you the knowledge and the skills you need to become a confident, profitable trader. And we go through all the technical analysis that you need to know in order to actually do this successfully. Assuming you've never even looked at a chart before, you check out the testimonials here. It's changing the way thousands of people approach the markets. But we go through all the TA you need to know, how I use Market Cipher, trading strategies. I give you 6 or 7 strategies that I use, very profitable strategies that myself and others have used and backtested, risk management. Basically, we walk you through systematically the methodical, systematic approach to trading so that you can systematize your trading. Treat it like a business, trade like a machine instead of trading based on FOMO and emotions to actually be profitable doing this over time. There's currently a 30% discount in the description of the video for a limited time. Check it out. It's a good deal for the amount of information that we give. Also, if you do want to get into the VIP Discord where I give my trade setups, potential trade setups, scalps and swing trades, where I do my daily technical analysis updates, showing you the exact levels that I am looking to trade every single day except on Saturday, you can go to patreon.com/Jason Casper. All right, so how are we going to take partial profits out of a position? Well, first, we need to enter ourselves into a position. So I'm going to go ahead and enter into a swing long position. I planned out my levels, and I'm going to mark it in, but we're assuming here that I have not marketed in, but that I have limited in. Okay, so I've got my 10,000 contracts here. I'm going to go ahead and, again, we're assuming that I've limited in here just for the sake of the example. Now, so I'm in the trade, right? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set limit orders at the areas that I want to take profit. How are we going to know where we want to take profit at? Well, the way we want to know where we take profit is simply by looking at previous levels of support and resistance and or fib levels and or areas of the chart where we know we want to take profits. So in this example, right here, this level, this white line is a good area to take profit, a great take profit one. Why is this a great take profit one? Well, because we can see we had our drop and it was resistance and then it was support and then it was resistance and then we had a very fast drop down there. And so it just makes sense that if we do break out of this kind of triangle pattern that we had right here, that a great take profit one would simply be the target of the, it would simply be the target of the triangle, which is right around this area. So that would be a great take profit one. What do? We go to Bybit and we find that area. Let's say it's 57326, just for example's sake. What we're going to do is we're going to limit sell. Let's say I want to take 25% out. I'm going to take 2,500 contracts out at 57326. So at 57326, I'm going to sell 2,500 contracts post only. Go ahead and click that sell button. Now you can see I have a sell order for up here, which is then going to take 2,500 contracts out of the trade once we get to that level. And then I will have 7,500 contracts still open in the trade. And let's say my take profit 2, I want it to be up here at 59,493. I'll go ahead and just do 59,493. And I'll take out, let's say I don't want to take out now 25%. I only want to take out 1,250 contracts at that level. I'm going to go ahead and sell 1,250 at that level. Boom, now I have my take profit 2 right at that level. And these take profits will automatically get hit as price reaches them. And remember, we've already put our stop loss down here underneath the box that we wanted to long, right? Our stop loss is somewhere down in here. And so the trade is basically set up automatically for us where we will get stopped out with a small loss because we're using good risk management, right, guys? And then our take profits will automatically get here. Our third take profit is 62,106. Okay, 62,106. And you're just simply going to do limit sell orders. This is for the USD pair where you are settling in Bitcoin, where we're actually getting our profit in Bitcoin and not in Tether. If you are trading the USDT pair where you are settling in Tether and your profit is in Tether, then you are going to have to do this a different way. I'm going to come over here to the USDT chart, and now I'm going to do the same thing where I've marketed into a long position. Okay, market long. Well, I'm sorry, we're assuming that we've limited long here. Now, instead of selling, okay, hang on, let me do a better example. We cannot sell to close our long, right? I have 0.01 Bitcoin in a long right now. If I try and sell, let's say I want to sell half of my position, so I'm going to do 0.005 Bitcoin sell. I'm not going to close out half of my position. What I'm actually going to do is, as you can see down here, I've actually entered into a short, right? So if you're trading the USDT and the USD, if you're trading USDT, you can long and short at the exact same time, right? You can long and short at the exact same time. You can see here I'm in a long and I am in a short. I'm in a long and a short at the same time. So what I want to do if I want to close out part of my position is instead of clicking short, I'm going to go ahead over here and close by limit. You can also do it up here, close by limit. I'm going to come over here to where it says close by. I'm going to limit out. Let's say my take profit 1 is going to be 55852. I'm going to come over here, close by limit. I want to close it out at 55852. And I want to close out 25% of my position. Post only, go ahead, confirm. You can see that puts the limit sell order up here, which will automatically get filled when it comes up there. And then 75% of my position will still be open. Okay, so again, just to recap, if you're trading Bitcoin USDT, Ethereum USDT, Ripple USDT, Sol USDT, any USDT pair, you have to set your take profits, your partial take profits, by coming to close by limit. And let's say then 59,000 is going to be my take profit 2. Post only, boom. Now you can see that I've got my second take profit way up here where I'm going to be looking for those juicy, juicy gains, guys. As opposed to if you're trading an inverse perpetual where it's just the USD pair, then we're simply going to do shorts, okay? Because for USD, you cannot long and short at the same time. You can only buy or sell. And if you're selling, then it will just sell from your open position, okay? It's also important, guys, let me just say, if you're putting your limit orders this way, okay, it is important to click reduce only. I didn't mention that before, but you do want to click reduce only because this will make sure that, let's say you have $10,000 here, but then you accidentally post a sell order for $20,000. What will happen is all 10,000 of your sell order will get filled, but then you'll end up in a short for 10,000 because this was 20,000. Okay, so just something to keep in mind there, guys. Okay, so that is pretty much how we're going to do our swing trade setups. We're going to plan our levels, set our alerts, check our confirmations, set our limit orders, set our stop losses, set our take profit levels. Now, when it comes to scalping with limit orders, it's basically the same thing, except we have to do it very, very fast, okay? So before I talk about scalping with limit orders, I'm going to talk about scalping with market orders and when it's okay to use a market order and why you would have to use a market order. Now, like I said, today, this trade was actually all limit orders, okay? I did not pay a single fee besides funding fees for this trade because I am in it, I limited in, and I limited out. Now, this scalp that I took earlier today, actually marketed in and out of this trade. And let me tell you why I had to do that, okay? So, we come over to our chart here, and this morning, here, let me actually delete all these shenanigans on the chart here. We don't want these shenanigans anymore. We don't want this anymore. No, we don't. We don't want this anymore. So, let me even close that. This morning, in the Discord, we can see that one of the areas that I was looking to trade is, is the swing failure patterns, right? Keep in mind we can swing failure the highs and the lows. Okay, we need to look for a very fast and drastic sell-off or pump that takes out a previous wick in a range. And so, in this case here, earlier this morning, the high of the range that we were looking to swing failure, or as I say, chickens drink water, was this wick right here. Okay, let's see. Earlier today, where was that previous high? Right here. Okay, we had this wick right here where we were looking to swing failure. Now, basically, what this means is when I see that price is coming above that level, I don't know when I'm going to get my confirmation. My confirmation for a swing failure pattern is always going to be a bearish divergence, a very drastic bearish divergence, oftentimes in the 1 minute time frame. But we don't get that until we're way up here. And so I'm actually outside playing soccer with my daughter, and I see the bearish divergence form, and I'm like, that's it. I'm going into the trade. And so I had to quickly mark it into the trade. I didn't have time to come up with a plan and set my limits here. And then literally, we're in the trade for a little bit. It's coming down a little bit. I'm thinking to myself, what did I get myself into? We're not coming down. I'm starting to freak out, right? Because I always freak out. Every time I enter a trade, especially a scalp, I freak out a little bit, right? I'm not going to lie. in hindsight, it was just super juicy. But okay, so we're bouncing around, and then all of a sudden, within 2 minutes, boom, we're back down at the VWAP. And when there's volatility like this in the market, you know, I'm thinking to myself, we're at the VWAP. I don't know what's going on. It's a weekend. Things are crazy. I'm marketing the heck out. I took 75% out of my trade at this VWAP. Market out. Okay? And this is a situation where you do need to mark it out, right? And if it is a trade where you get a move like this, okay, 87%, yes, I had to pay the market fees. Yes, I could have made more if I didn't have to pay those market fees. But it's still a situation where you can still be profitable. You will definitely not close the trade in the red if you get such a drastic drop that you have to mark it out. Okay, this is not ideal, but you're always going to have to mark it into a chickens drinking water trade. Not all the time, but many times you will have to, because again, if I'm setting my alert at the wick right here, okay, when we come up above that wick, I am not getting my confirmations as we're coming up, as we're pumping up above here, until we get this second wave kind of humping over. Because when we're coming up above here and we're printing this second wave, I don't know if this wave is just going to go like this. So I have to wait until I see that thing starting to curve over. As soon as I see that thing starting to curve over, as soon as I see money flow starting to come down, boom, I'm marketing the heck into that trade, right? Sometimes you'll be able to scalp with limit orders. And I'm going to go over that now. So also this morning in the Discord here, the levels that I was looking at today, the first level I was looking at, the first resistance where I was looking to take a short, was a short off the VWAP/daily level. This is how I made my thumbnail. I just Googled Bybit tutorial. I was first looking to take a short off of the 382, the daily, and the VWAP, okay? I was actually able, excuse me guys, I got a hairball in my throat from licking my paws. As I saw we were coming up to that VWAP today, let's check it out. If we go back in time to the VWAP, where was that? Where was that VWAP short? Am I ever gonna find it, guys? I can never find it when I'm on the spot like this, right? It was right here. Here it was. I'm pretty sure this was the VWAP short. Let me see. I'm gonna have to actually turn on my technical analysis here. Let me turn on my technical analysis. This is not the right chart. I'm flopping and groping, guys. I am officially flopping and groping live on the internet for all of you. Okay, where was that VWAP short today? Okay, it was right from here. It was right from here. Now, I actually had a limit order set right here. And the reason why I had a limit order set there is if we come down to the 1 minute time frame, we can see that as we're coming up to this level, what are we getting on the 1 minute chart? We're getting the bearish divergences. And pretty much, guys, if you're getting bearish divergences as you're coming up to a level of resistance like this, you can pretty much be very confident that we are going to get some kind of a rejection. And if we're scalping, again, we want to make sure that we are entering with limit orders as much as possible, because if it's going to be a smaller move, a lot of times those market orders will eat up your gains and you might actually close the trade in a loss. So again, for most scalps, what I like to do, if I come to my chart and I see a clear level, I'm going to do the same thing that I did for the swing trade, where I'm going to first plan my level. In this case, the level was the 382 / the daily / the VWAP. Okay, that's literally what I was looking for. The 382 / the VWAP / the daily at 55.3K. Okay, when I see that we're getting to the level, right, I can also see that we're getting bearish divergences. And so quickly, I set my alert. Okay, let me copy and paste this over to the scalping strategy. We just have to do it really fast. So I set my alert. My alert goes off. Let me see over here. My alert goes off right about here, let's say. Right about here, my alert goes off. I come to the chart and I see right away we're doing bearish divergences. So I calculate, okay, what is the VWAP? The VWAP's at 55.266. And so I come over to Bybit, and I am setting a limit order at 55,266. And so what you're going to do is, wow, check it out, guys. I'm in some pretty decent profit right now. I'm in some pretty dang decent profits right now. I'm rolling in the dough. I could go to McDonald's and pay for me and you. So let's say that, just for example's sake here, the VWAP is coming in right about here at 56,248, and I see my bearish divergence is forming. I'm just going to go ahead and limit at 56,248. And I'm going to go ahead and post only a short. Okay, you can go ahead and do it with a stop loss if you want. I oftentimes don't. But how much do we want to sell here? Well, $3,864. Go ahead and sell. And now you can see your limit orders here. Now, when this limit order gets hit, you are actually going to start with some money in your trade. You're going to notice that your daily realized P&L is going to be in the positive if you have a post-only limit there. Okay, if you mark it into a trade, your daily realized P&L is automatically going to go into the negative because you paid that fee, right? So this is why it's so important to limit in. And then as soon as your trade gets hit, you immediately have to be posting your take profits. Okay, you have to immediately be posting your take profits. So the way you're going to do that is, I usually short the USDT pair, okay? Man, look, I'm about to actually hit a take profit right now. We're going to see it happen live. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, Bitcoin. You can do it, baby. Come on. Dang it. Come on. Do it for my sake, Bitcoin, when I'm live on the internet. Everyone's watching. Hi, Mom. I love you, Mama. All right, so let's say that we're in a short here. I have no money to short. Okay, I'm already in a short. So, okay, I'm in a short. Now I'm in a short. Let's say I just entered this short. I'm scalping the VWAP. Okay, it just got filled immediately. Immediately, what I have to do is I have to come here and limit out 25% at my take profit, which is 55,600. Let's just say as an example, post only. Boom. Now you could see that I have set my take profit. And you're just going to set your take profits all the way down. You have to be very, very fast when you do it, okay? Very fast. And you just have to do it. A lot of times I'll take 25 to 50% out of my trades right away, okay? Like right away. The VWAP scalp, when at this 12%, again, this was a limit order. 12% limit order. It was only a $150 move, give or take. I'm pretty sure I took somewhere between about 35% of my trade position out there to make sure I locked in the profits. And here's another tip, guys. A pro tip, not that I'm a pro or anything. I mean, I guess I technically am a pro, right? I get paid, I make money doing this. Doesn't that make me a pro? So a pro tip is when that first take profit gets hit. In fact, I just wish that this take profit will get hit on a live stream so that I can really show my mom that she thinks all I do is play games all day. Because I live in my mom's basement. I don't know if you guys knew that. I live in my mom's basement, okay? Yeah, my mom, she still washes my undies, okay? And she thinks I'm playing games down here. I'm finally going to be able to show her, Mom, that I made $4.50. She's going to be so dang proud of me. As soon as this gets hit, what I like to do is I like to move my stop loss to the entry. So in this case, my entry is 55,473. So assuming that this first take profit gets hit, what I will do is I will put my stop loss at 54,473. 54,473. And what then this will do is ensure that once my take profit gets hit up here, I'm guaranteeing that I am going to be in this trade, definitely a winning trade, right? If I'm taking 25% of my position out here and I get stopped out of my entry, there is no way that I am going to lose this trade, okay? This is part of risk management. So that's basically it, guys. If we're scalping with market orders, we basically do the same thing. except we set our alerts, and if we don't enter until we see our confirmations, and you know, as soon as you enter, you have to set those take profits ASAP. And so I hope this helps some people, and I hope it cleared up some things about how we, how I'm actually taking these trades. Because a lot of people, they don't know. They're like, do you limit? Do you market? What do you do? Okay. Am I going to hit this take profit live? Are we going to do it, guys? Are we going to do it? $6 profit? Come on. Yes. Now look, $4 profit because 2 of those dollars came out. And instead of being -4 for the day, I'm -2 for the day, guys. It's a victory. It's a sweet, sweet victory. And man, talk about making the gains over here. But, you know, I might even take my wife out to the diner to, what the heck? To buy her a $75 meal, okay? Let's come over to the chat here. Is anybody even in here right now? Yeah, we got a good 100 people in here, okay? That's not so bad. We've got about 100 likes. That's not so bad. Yeah. What's going on? Does anybody have any questions? Okay, so Bruce B asks a good question. All right, let's like the video, guys. We got 100 people in here, only 90 likes. Let's get it up to 100. So, isn't it TPO? I don't use TPO at all. No. Bruce B, if you move the stop loss to entry, won't that generate a market order? Yes. Yes, it will. But here's the thing, Bruce B. The thing is, my friend, my good friend Bruce, is that, yeah, I might take my wife out to dinner after this stream, you know, a nice $80, nice $82 dinner. You know what I'm saying? You guys know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Now, excuse me. I had like a whole lasagna for dinner. My mother-in-law made me this lasagna. It was so good, guys. And she made me this cake, this shoe fly cake. It's so good. It's like a molasses cake with sugar. It's pure sugar. So basically, yes, it will generate a market order. But if you just took profit 1, if I take profit 1 here, of $80, I take 25% out. I still have $60 left in the trade. I have $20 in profit. This market order is not going to put me in the red. Okay, I'll still be in a small gain. And so, you know, it's important that you do that for risk management. And here's why, Bruce. Because if you enter a trade here, okay, and it comes up a little bit and you take 25% out and then it gets stopped out, you're at a break even. You're at a break even, okay? But now let's go through another scenario, which is you enter a trade, it hits your take profit 1, and then it keeps running like this trade is doing right now. Now you have still secured at least a break even, and it's a totally risk-free trade, and everything else that happens, you don't have to worry about getting stopped out. If you don't take profit 1 here and then you do get stopped out, that's a loss. The thing is, we're preventing losses. And preservation of capital and preventing losses is extremely, extremely important. Okay, so our DLS says FOMO. Victor NG says I'm hilarious. Well, thank you, sir. If you haven't traded in a long time, what's the best way to get back into trading? Well, of course, I have to say, go to jasoncaspertrading.com, take the course, learn all the stuff, and I think it'll be good. But no, seriously, you have to really know what you're doing, Samtastic 707. If you haven't traded in a long time, you have to have a strategy. You have to have a trading strategy. You have to have a risk management strategy. And you need to practice your discipline and patience to only take those good setups. Somebody saw me using EXO the other day. Yes, I use EXO. I use it to see the point of controls and you know, yeah, I do use EXO charts, but I use it. Yeah, I use it to get some insights into the market. But you know, my primary trading indicator is Market Cipher. I love Market Cipher more than I like EXO charts. I mostly use XOCharts for yeah, for getting the point of controls, right? So these are the naked daily point of controls down here. And, you know, I also do look at delta. I look at cumulative volume delta here. I will look for trapped traders and stuff like that. But really, you know, the primary thing that I do look at is Market Cipher. Absolutely. So yeah, XOChart is a good tool. There's a lot of info there. Shout out to Alex Smith. Where do you go to take a screenshot of your wins and losses? Yeah, you have to do it on the mobile app. So you can't actually do it on, dang it, you know, I was going to take my wife out for an $80 dinner. Now I can only take her out for a $69 dinner. Yeah, it's on the mobile app, guys. On the mobile app. Do I still use Wolfpack? Nah, not really. How do you prevent your feelings from getting in the way? I just made a video on that the other day. If you guys go to a website called youtube.com and go to the Jason Casper channel, CryptoFace is live right now with a $4 million long. Well, he's got nothing on Jason Casper, who's got his $10,000 long. Oh man, that's so funny. Hang on. Yeah, go to my channel and go to videos and right here, 5 tips for becoming a successful trader. This is a great video where basically going through here. In fact, let me see if I can get back to those days. I use the same notepad. It's the swing trading strategy. Okay, yeah, right here. This is it, okay? You have to do your TA every day. You got to make a plan for the day. Step number 1, make a plan for the day. Every single day, I have a plan. This was my plan for today at 7:39 a.m. I had my scalp trading levels, my plans to short, right? My plans to long. I had my swing trading levels right here, my areas to long, my areas to short. Now that I have my plans, I'm not going to take a trade unless price comes to one of my levels and I have my confirmations, okay? So you have to make a plan. You have to only trade your plan. You have to only enter if you see your confirmations. If you do these first 3 things, you will not be trading with emotion because you have very specific criteria. You're like, I am only going to take a trade at one of these levels that I have marked out on my chart. In my case, it was swing failure of the highs. It was the VWAP in the 382. It was this golden pocket / POC. It was this 786 / previous day value area low down here. You know, and I'm pretty sure I actually took this trade this morning. I forget. Whatever the case, I'm not taking a trade unless price comes to my level, and I'm not taking a trade unless price comes to my level with my clear confirmations, okay? I mean, that's really the way you do it. And so, you know, for me, when I'm posting these trade setups in here, like this trade here, this was a scalp that I took from a very specific level. I was looking for very specific confirmations. I didn't enter the trade even when price got to my level. I didn't enter the trade until I got my confirmations, okay? I didn't enter the trade until I got my confirmations. And this actually brings up a really good point, which the fact is this. If you have your level marked out, this is a scalp trade. This is a juicy scalp trade. I actually shorted it from the top and longed it from the bottom. You know, I know it sounds unbelievable, but it's true. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, right here. Shorted it from the top, closed it out at 53,892, longed it from the bottom from 53,884. Okay, literally shorted it from the top, longed it from the bottom. The reason is because, you know, I had my confirmations, right? Price was coming to my level right here. I didn't short it because I didn't have bearish divergences. I didn't short it until we had bearish divergences. Then I shorted it. Boom, we come down. We come down to another level, of support, a fib level with bullish divergences, boom, enter the long. Right? So if you're only trading your plans and your levels with your confirmations and you're not FOMOing in because we came to your level and you're not chasing the price but you're letting the trades come to you, you're going to do all right. I'm telling you. And check out this video, 5 tips for becoming a successful trader. I go into much more details there. Okay? Check it out. Do I use post only? Yes. Yes. What do I think about Tino, and do I ever use the PVSRA? Tino, I know he's a really good trader. I honestly cannot understand a word he says. I mean, I know that he gives good information, and it's like free, but I can't understand it. I try and listen to his videos. It just doesn't make sense to me. We have vector candles. We have the W's and the M's and all this. I haven't had the time to digest his information. Let's put it that way. I have not had the time and the patience to digest his information. I know he's a really, really good trader and he has a different trading style than I do. And honestly, I don't know what PVSRA even is, to be honest with you. I don't. Shout out to Crypto LP33 who says Jason's VIP course is freaking awesome. Love it! Explanation point. Thank you. Daddy Turtle says most of the time if you want to market in, you're late already. Yeah, Daddy Turtle, like, here's the thing, you know, that's not necessarily true, especially if we're trading a trade like this, right? A trade like this. I mean, right here, we had a level that we were looking at. We didn't enter because we didn't get our confirmations. But then what do? We swing failure pattern this high, right? We come up, put in a higher high with a massive bearish divergence. We have no way of planning this trade. We have no way of limiting in here. No way. Because if we're doing like a swing failure pattern, we can't limit into a swing failure pattern. I mean, sometimes I've done it, right? If I want to enter, let's say at the 786, and I set a limit here, and then we limit in, and then, you know, I'm in drawdown for a while. That's totally possible. But I don't see my confirmations here. I'm not going to enter the trade. As soon as I see the confirmation forming, I have to mark it in. You know what I'm saying? I have to mark it in. So it depends on the context. But if you've missed most of the move and you're marketing in down here, you know, I don't recommend doing that. You need to have a good entry. Right? Again, today, you know, the trade I took earlier today from right up here, I wonder how my ETH trade is doing. Not as good as Bitcoin. I'm in an ETH long from down here. Limited in, by the way. This trade, I had to market into that, man. I had to. There's no way that you could limit into this. I mean, I guess you could have, but really I marketed in as soon as I saw this bearish div forming. And I marketed out of here too. I FOMO marketed out a big chunk of my portion when we hit this VWAP. And I'm glad I did, because honestly it was a super profitable trade for me. 87% profits on the margin. So, you know, it can be worth it. You know, it all depends on the context. Context is everything. Hey, yo, Angie says, Jason Casper's course is the secret sauce. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, No Credits, for shilling my course. Shout out to No Credits who longed Bitcoin at 29,400 because of Tino's hybrid strategy. That's awesome. I mean, hey, you know, there's 1,000 million ways to do this. Brandon, what is post only? Well, you gotta go rewatch the stream. But Jonathan Moore answers the question, Brandon. Post only makes it a limit order, and it will not market order by accident. Okay. Yeah, we all use market orders, right? We all use market orders, but you got to try and limit as much as possible. And if you follow the outline that I give you here, well, not this outline, but the outline from previous in the stream, then you'll do all right. You'll do all right. Okay. You will do all right. All right, guys. I think I'm going to have to cut the stream here. It's been almost an hour. We have more likes than viewers. That's the first. Yeah, I wasn't expecting too many viewers because it's late at night. Crypto Faces live, and who the heck wants to watch a Bybit tutorial when there's so much juicy price action going on? But you know what? I decided I had to do it, right? Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I do pray that all of you are blessed and receive this blessing in the Hebrew language. And the purpose of this blessing is to place the name of the Lord, the Creator of the heavens and the earth, upon you, that He will bless you. It goes like this: Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha, Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom, b'shem Yeshua HaMashiach Elohei Yisrael, which in English means, may the Lord bless you and may He protect you. May the Lord shine His light upon you. May He have grace upon you. And may the Lord lift up His face upon you and give you completeness and wholeness. In the name of Jesus the Messiah, the God of Israel, amen. Yep. All right, guys. I'm going to head out. Peace, everybody.